Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back, and as always thank you for the support. So today I did say I was going to be having a little play with Crafter's Companion. Got my sister's birthday, my older sister's birthday's coming up on the 7th of July, so I was going to try and make a card for her today. If it doesn't go so well, if I'm not happy with the end of it, I still got time to make her another one. So I thought I'd go with the embossing folders. These are 3D embossing folders with the decorative swirls. I've got the abstract frame, and I've got this wildflower border that you have seen me use before. I think I used it on the sort of wood panel that I sort of made, the little hanging ornament. So the card size I'm going to be starting with is a 7 by 7. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer. Open up that arm, and my first layer is going to be with some Centura Pearl. I think it's a touch of gold, so it's got that slightly reddy tint to it. So and for this one I'm going to go to 6, no, so I want to be 6.5 for that layer, so 2 notches above the 6.5. So 2 notches above the 6.5, and then that should go on to there, so that looks quite nice. And then I'm going to be using some Hunky Dory Diamond Sparkles. I have got some silver glitter card from Crafter's Companion. It came in a big 12 by 12 pad, but I thought I would save that just in case I want to do more 8 by 8 cards. So because this is A4 from Hunky Dory, it just means it's easier for me to cut that down. Okay, so that's my next layer. So I'll just pop that actually over there for a second. So this piece that we've got cut off from this pearl card, I'm just going to start by cutting that at 2 inches. And I'll bring in my plates. And if I grab that embossing folder, and the one that I've chosen is this one with the little dots on, because I wanted to add some embellishment with that. So I'm just going to pop this in, and I'm putting it in this side up, and because it's a 3D one, I'm going to use, you have to forgive my plates, usually I would have one good one on the back and the one that I'm cutting into underneath, but that other one that I was using was a little bit too thin, so I'm not sure where Mum's got that one from. So I've swapped it out with another Gemini one, because I will be doing some die cutting. So for this one, for this sandwich with these 3Ds, I've used the magnetic plate. Sorry, excuse me, because when I did it earlier I just needed a little bit more just to get that heavily embossed detail coming through. And I've already done this 2 more times. I'll just bring those in just to save a little bit of time on the video. But what I need to do now is sort of cut these down. So I'm just going to take that, neaten that edge off for a start, and neaten that edge off at the top, and the length I want to be 6 1/4. And then if I come this side, and I'm going to be cutting them at 1 3/4. I'm just going to go ahead and do that with all of these. So 6 1/4. 1 3/4. Just checking that I'm doing them the same, and I am. And again, just cutting that down. Take that end off first of all. 3/4. And hopefully they should be exactly the same. Let me just take a smidge off there. Slipped into each other. A tiny bit of that as well. Just going to look a bit odd if they're not all exactly the same. Let's see now. That's about as near as I am going to get. Okay, so let me just get that rubbish out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the corner rounder. This is a hunky dory one. Just going to go around all of these edges. And this card idea, I was sort of inspired by an idea that I saw on Pinterest. Although it was different, it had 4 of these bands. I think it was a much bigger card. Either that or these bands were a lot smaller. And I think these were coloured. So I'm doing it as a sort of white on white version. And obviously changing some of the elements up. Put that in. Okay. So that's those. Now I think I'm also at this point just going to go and do the same on all of these. We'll keep this rounded corner theme coming through. Like I say, I'm using a hunky dory one. You don't have to use hunky dory. There's hundreds of different corner rounders. I've got there's a crosscut one as well. So that's that. Let's get rid of those. Okay, so what I'm going to do first of all is we'll start with this matting and layering. I'm going to use my all-purpose to start off with. This is going on nice and flat. And then this one I'm going to be raising, so I'm going to use this foam tape, the one that came, I think Mum got it from somehow through Linda Chapman. I think it was recommended on one of her videos as that's where she bought it from, and it's a company that deals with just with adhesives, I think. So but I'm not sure what the name of the company is, so I do apologise, but it's probably about a 2mm, so it's not too high, but it's just enough to get that off that back and give us a bit of shadow play on that white underneath. I'm just going to use my tacky glue as always. There we go. I'm just going to line up like so. Okay, and now just need to make sure these are all the same way up, and they are. So just want to space these out fairly evenly, but I don't want huge spaces in between. I should come over a little bit. Or maybe I should have them together. No, we're going to go space them out. Okay, and then for these I'm going to come in again with that tape And just going to cut 2 pieces of that one to start with, and then we'll just put that onto the back. Again, I just want this shadow play. Just going to turn this round this way, just going to make it slightly easier for me. Okay. Again with these ones, more of the same. And you can put more or less pads on, you know, whatever you think your project needs. Okay, up there. The good thing about this is that the back does come off quite nicely on it, so okay. So I'm just going to get that and back there. And I think that's fairly even. Better before. Okay, so I'm not gonna sit and play with those too much, because I think the more you play with them, the worse it's going to be. At the end of the day, this is a handmade project. Okay, so then we've got this other piece of white pearl card, and I'm going to bring in this wildflower border. Now I do need to cut into this twice, so let's just get myself some tape. Yep. So I'm going to go right to the top on here, just put that across. And I'm hoping I've got enough room on the other side for that. Let me just measure that actually. So we've got 1.5. Might not have, just get another piece to be on the safe side. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Just going to quickly cut this. Got a little bit of a mark on it, but let's go at, I'm going to cut it to 4 inches just to make sure I've got enough room to do what I want. Right, so let's try that again. So again, just lining that up at the top, popping that down. And I'm going to pop that in and through the machine. So I've not heard any word yet on my Gemini being dispatched. I don't know if anyone's ordered theirs from the other day on Crafter's Companion and got theirs yet. I'm just going to peel this up. See, no, it's not gone all the way through. Let's fit that back in. Let's pop the metal shield in. And back through she goes. That should be a bit better. Still looking a little bit not cut through. Let's just rotate it, give it one more go. This is not boding well because I've got to cut the same on the other side. So I was hoping it wouldn't get too flattened out. Doing now. Hopefully that should be it. Just grab my breaky tool, see if that will. Okay, change of plans again. Bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, so I did get it to cut out. What I had to do was use well, I didn't have a piece of cut tidy, so I just used the packet that the cut tidy came with. So I just cut it in half and cut a little slit. So for this bit here, when I assemble it, I am going to have this a bit of ribbon going down the middle. Okay, so I want this border, let's just fold that tape up underneath. So I want this border to pretty much be, just want to be able to see those dots past the ribbon. So let's just say to about there. And it doesn't matter if they're a little bit hidden. Obviously the flowers is the flower is the most important bit. So I'm going to pop that inside. Like I say, this is just the packaging that it came with it. So that everything came in, so you know, things like your hunky-dory, and I've got still got the metal shim, the magnetic, the plastic, and the normal top. So quite a lot of pressure needed on this one. There are a lot of cutting points, so I am asking a lot. Let's see if it's gone through first time. Just turn it over. Oh, no, I did have to rotate it last time. There we go. So I did put it through twice, even with this massive sandwich. And that should be that. I think if I were to put it through with an embossing mat, possibly would help, because sometimes when you put it through with the embossing mat it just finishes that cut off. But I think that's gone through okay now. Let's just check. Oh, yeah. I think that's going to be fine. So what I'm going to do now is just poke all of these out, because there are an awful lot of bits to be poked out, and then I'm going to come back when that's done, just to kind of speed the video along. Okay, so now we've got that, we can just grab ourselves some of this super sticky tape. I can pop a bit on the back. Hopefully that's not going to be seen. Just going to press that down. Roll that up. One end it's not going to matter anyway, because it will be hidden by our sentiment. Just get that back off. And the other thing I need to do just before I stick this ribbon on is just make sure I'm going to go to the end, so that's fine. So let's just grab ourselves a piece of this super bright ribbon, and it's a grosgrain, and this came from AliExpress. So I'm just going to pop that across there like so. And then through there like so. Let's just grab those bits. Okay, and then this is going to go onto our card, and I think what I will do is use some super sticky again, but I will add some tacky glue as well, just for a little bit of extra stick. Off, and I've got some tacky glue just going over the back there. I'm leaving all of these bits free because I want that movement. Okay, so that's going to come under it there like so. Okay, so let's get rid of my metal shim, because hopefully I won't need it again. And then I'm going to pull out this die. So I want the circle, I want the inner, and I want this piece here. Okay, so for this round bit, and this bit and this bit, we are going with the white. So I just want to make sure that they don't touch. Okay, I think I will pop it in there just because that middle one is quite a decorative one. Where's that gone? Canadian. There we go. So that can go on the top. Go on. Let's put that through. Let's cut through my plastic, that's fine. It was only a packet anyway. Die over there. That's all come out perfect. And then we should have this piece as well. Put that there a sec. There we go, so that's those. And then if I bring back a little piece of this glitter, and I'm going to bring in this die. Now this die, Mum got it from Amazon, so I'm not quite sure how or where it is, but it's got this Celebrate die, which is about a quarter, no, probably about a quarter of a size smaller than the massive Crafter's Companion one, so that's why I'm going to use that one today. So I'm not going to put it in the packet. No, let's put that in here like so. And I've already cut one of these celebrates out in the white. Just do a circle now, split it a bit. And hopefully, even with it being the glitter card, should be able to just pop that out. And just remember, things like the pearl card and the glitter card, because of the coatings that I use, they do tend to hold on to die cuts, which is why it takes so long to poke out that other one, that other flower. There we go, so we've got our celebrate. So I can put that there, that out of the way, and we should have enough to finish this card now. So I'm just going to poke out these bits. Like I say, it's glitter card, so it has got a coating on it, so it will want to hold on to these bits. Sometimes it's just a little bit easier to see from the back. In there as well. A bit in there. So it's just about breaking those coatings, and then it will come out. Through one way and then it goes the other way. Apologies if you can hear that. That's the neighbour bringing the bin up. Okay, so that's that bit. So let's assemble this bit. So this is going to be going on this side here. So obviously we're going to raise that up. I also want to raise this a little as well, because I want to generate that shadow. So if I pop, let's go with this one on here. Oops, flinging stuff everywhere. And just grab another piece of that in the middle. And I'll put some tacky glue on. Move those over. Just want a little peep of that ribbon coming through. And then if I come to my, just try and use my hunky dory, the 1mm ones, that's it. So I've just got a tiny bit of raise, but I just want there to be just that little shadow, because I've used the white pearl and this is also the white pearl. You could have used, or I could have used the glitter again, but I really just wanted the glitter to focus on the sentiment and the background with those little pops of red. And the reason why I've used red, it's not her favourite colour, but because her birthday's in July, the colour or the gem is ruby, so that's why I've gone with the red. Nearly there. Okay, so again, tacky glue, splodge, 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 splodge. And this is going to go into that centre. So this piece is going to go flat. Let's put some on my hand. Oops. On there. If you want to cut 2 of these, or I could have cut 2 of them. I just wanted there to be just that sort of a faux embossed look on it. Okay, now we come to our celebrate. So I'm going to pop some more glue on. If you've got any of the hunky-dory, is it tiny something or other they call them, like little, what are they? They've just introduced them, and you can use them for inking or you can use them for glue, but I can't think what they've called them. Teeny tiny something they're called. Okay, so that is going to go on there. Now ideally I would like to raise that up, but I don't think I have got anything that's going to be tiny enough to get that raised, so I am going to have to go flat with that. And obviously just test your skin before you start putting glue on it. I know that I'm fine, done it many times before, but if you've not done it before, then please just test, do a little patch test. Okay, so that's where we're up to. So now I'm going to come to the slightly dangerous part, because I haven't got enough gems for what I want to do. Okay, so not in the colour I want to do. So I'm going to bring in these Nouveau crystal drops, red berry this is. Mum was absolutely obsessed with these, and I cannot even tell you how many of these she has. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just go a little dot, and it's just a case of putting it on and pulling up. Just going to wipe that little bit off because we've got something that's threatening to blob. And it sort of comes up, but it sort of flattens down. I hate it when it does that. Let's see if we can get that to lift up. Okay, but don't worry, I've got a plan. I did have a plan if this went wrong. So again, little dots on here, and this I would leave overnight to dry. So and like I say, this is me being brave. Again, if you've got gems, I would say use them. It's going to be easier than trying to get these to go right. Okay, so that's fine. So we've only got one so far, and then lastly we come in with this one again. And then one. Okay, so that's where we are up to. So what I'm going to do now is just move that out of the way, well out of the way, and I'm going to bring in these timeless butterflies. Okay, and I'm going to bring in maybe that one. Probably want about 3. That one, and let's go for that one. Okay, and I'm going to bring in this glitter card because I'm a glutton for punishment in trying to get things out of glitter card. So let's pop these on. So the ones that I've used are number 3, number 7 and number 27. So I'm going to bring back these plates. I'm going to pick that up because it's just slid off. Give it a little press down. And through, there you go. And they're quite basic shapes really, so they shouldn't have too much of a problem. You may have to put a little bit of extra glue on that as celebrate. Let's have a little look. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm just going to peel these off. 1, 2, 3. One's holding on. Oh, that one's stuck in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just shape these a little bit first of all. Give a little bit of a shape. And then what I'm going to do is the few little pearls that I did have, I'm going to bring those in. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down that centre. And come on now, you're not playing a game, are you? There's that one. Let's try using this scalpel. Sometimes that's a bit easier to slide them on and off. 2, 3. And then again on this one, a little bit of glue. 1, 2, and 3. Stay still. Okay, so that's that one. And then lastly on here. So I did always plan to put butterflies on, so it's not the fact that I'm hiding that exactly, but obviously I didn't have enough pearls to do this bit and that and the butterflies, so that was why I used those. Okay, so let's just bring this back down carefully. So I know I need to put one over here, so I'm going to pop a little bit of glue under there, although the glue dot itself will stick to it, and we can pop it like so. And then again I'm going to fold those wings up, and I'm going to pop this one, I think, around about here. Just press that down with my tool, and then just get that back down before it glues wrong. Oh dear me, it's going a bit. And then we can pop, and this would probably be a bit more fluttery on glitter paper rather than glitter card. So if you've got any glitter paper, I would say use that. Okay, so that's my finished card. just with those little touches there. I want those butterflies to just look like they are fluttering, so I want that little bit of we'll have to come back to that one and see if it's stuck. Might need a bit more glue. Hey-ho, that's it finished. So this is the card obviously finished. If you want to, you can go around here and add some gems in here as well, maybe on these leaves. Just bring that red colour in. I'm not going to do that today. I want that little bit of white on white. Like I say, I'm going to have to leave these overnight to dry, so I will take a picture of it just very carefully for the sake of the video. I did say on my Facebook page I am starting to do my normal videos, so the ones with me talking, but for people who don't have a lot of time, or you know, perhaps want something a little bit faster, I am going to do a speeded up version, so it'll be exactly the same video speeded up times 8 with no sound. So basically you just watch the demo fast and then you'll have that inspiration at the end. Okay, so you know, trying to give everybody the best of both worlds really. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and as always I do appreciate the time you take to leave me messages and things, so thank you so much for that. Take care of yourselves till next time. Bye bye.